this spreadsheet has 3 sheets. The first sheet is called Original. The next sheet is called SortCount, and the very last sheet is called NumOfMissions. Okay, this is going to be quick and easy. Basically, this is a VBA code that's going to copy all the contents from this first sheet, the original sheet. It's going to paste that into the second sheet, which is called SortCount sheet. Once it pastes it in here, it's going to sort it based upon column A, which is the first name. And there are 2 options for sorting. I had the first one is for first name, and the second one is for column C, which is missions. But you can change that second option to the last name. Okay, now once it sorts the data that's copied from the original sheet into a SortCount sheet, it's going to basically copy the first column, which is the names. Also, what it's going to do is it's going to add up the days from the end date to the first date. It's going to put it in number of days mission in column F on this sheet. But once again, what it's going to do next is going to copy column A. It's going to go into the third and last sheet, which is called NumOfMissions. It's going to paste it in column A. Alright, continuing on. Once it copies the content from column A, from sheet number SortCount, it's going to go to the third and last sheet, which is called NumOfMissions. It's going to paste that content in column A. It's going to sort that data. Then it's going to start from the bottom, going upwards, deleting dupes. For instance, if A6 is the same as A5 content, it's going to delete A6. And it's going to move up to A5 and see if A5 is an exact match to A4. If it is, it'll delete that. If not, it'll just skip that and move up to the next one. And it continues in that order. The next thing it's going to do is it's going to go back to the second sheet, which is SortCount. It's going to copy the contents in column A, and it's going to paste that content in column E. But it's not going to sort it, and it's not going to delete dupes this time, because it's going to need that, because the next step is going to insert a Countif formula in cell B2. And basically that Countif is going to look to see if the content, the name in column A2 matches the content in the range E2 through whatever, and if it does, it's going to count how many times that name appears in that range in column E, and it's going to place the number in cell B2. And instead of doing a loop statement to carry that on, I decided to just use the autofill function in VBA. So basically, from cell B3 downwards, it's going to fill that down with the formula, the Countif formula, that corresponds to the corresponding A column data content. And it's going to give me a number telling me how many times that name appears in the range located in column E. And of course, as far as total of days, that's one last thing. All I have to do is actually add the VBA code to bring that over. But since this is free, I decided not to waste my time doing it. I'm giving you all the spreadsheet for free. It has all the full codes in it. It's unprotected, so you all will be able to do that yourself. But basically, go back to the first sheet. Now let's go ahead and run the code so you can see the result. The code is complete. It ends up in column 3, which is my last column. So let's go back to column 1. Let me hold the camera so you can see what I'm doing. We're back in we're back in the original sheet. And here's the button, of course. Remember, this is the button I pushed. Let's go to SortCount. Notice how it pasted the content there. Let me stretch out column E. There you go. And notice how it calculated the days from the beginning date and end date. Okay. And of course it's sorted based on alpha order in column A. Now the formula in my VBA formula, I do have it set to sort by two options. The first one is first name category, and then the second one is by mission, which is column C. But you can change that to surname for column B to be the second sort option. And then let's move on over to the very last sheet, and notice there in column B, the Countif formula has been placed in cell B2 and auto-filled down. And let's see, we have John there in cell A4. Corresponding B4, we have a number 2. And that's correct because we see John appears twice in column A. And of course, that was the complete formula. This formula was written because it was inspired by a project, a freelance project that I saw on Upwork. That's a site where you can actually go and try to find a job that lasts maybe an hour, a week, or something like that. It's freelancing basically for the skills that you have. I didn't apply for that position, but I decided to go ahead and use that individual's request to have his project completed to create this VBA sample to show people that when someone requests something, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's at school or whatever, you can do it with VBA or JavaScript or any type of program languages quickly, and it won't take that long to do multiple tasks within a few seconds. Let's go into the Developer tab, go into Visual Basic so you can see the code. This is the actual code. All these are functions, with the exception of the very bottom, which is the subroutine that calls each one of the functions in the order in which I want them to occur. Okay, there we go. I'm going to post this to YouTube, and you guys can go ahead and also download the original spreadsheet that corresponds to this video, and also the PDF file that has the full VBA code in it. Thanks. Take care.